Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Huskers in Enemy Territory. Today, I was going to talk about Nebraska versus Northwestern and some of the keys to the upcoming game on October 2nd, uh, 2021. I figured since I'm a little, you know, uh, I like hockey a lot, and the Avalanche ended up winning versus the St. Louis Blues today, 6-3. But I don't really know a lot about hockey, so I just felt like Nebraska versus Northwestern um, video might be a little bit better. So all time, Nebraska has 8 wins over uh, Northwestern to their six. The largest margin of victory was 66-17 for Nebraska, and the largest victory for Northwestern was 19-7, and that was in 1931. Our largest victory was in the year 2000. That was with our Eric Crouch team, which the next year they ended up going to the national championship game with against Miami. But obviously that's definitely irrelevant. I just kind of wanted to give you a little bit of history on that. Um, let's see. Last year, Northwestern ended up beating us 21-13. To me, the game looked a lot closer than what the score really had. Um, Nebraska really uh, kicked themselves in the foot in that game. We had a few turnovers, a lot of dumb plays, and I don't know. I just felt like Nebraska could have really won that game. Uh, I don't know. It's like one of those games where you're just like, what is Nebraska doing? If we can really clean up our offense and start getting some defensive turnovers on our side of the ball, we're going to be beating some of these teams that we keep on losing to. It's just one of those frustrating things that I wish Nebraska was really able to figure out. Um, Now, on that being said, I think some of the keys to the winning this upcoming game will be what's nice is Northwestern is bringing in a kid from South Carolina. He did have a good amount of yards for, let's see, South Carolina. He had about 106 passes. They didn't really go into depth on what he did for yardage on this article, but if I recall, South Carolina didn't really do too well last year. So maybe Helinski coming to the Wildcats might help him out a little bit, being that they're more of a stable team than the South Carolina Gamecocks. But that might help the Cornhuskers against the Wildcats in this upcoming season. I'm not going to go out there and say that Nebraska will absolutely dominate the Wildcats, or or where the Wildcats will absolutely dominate the Huskers, because that just doesn't seem like the MO of the two teams in the past couple games. The games have been really close. Northwestern's beat us last year by 8 points or whatever. I think the last time Nebraska beat them, we beat them by like a field goal or maybe a touchdown. So the 19-7 that Northwestern beat us, well, in 1931, so that's irrelevant. But like the 66-17 whooping that Nebraska gave Northwestern, I think are a little bit of outliers. So I think if Nebraska can really get onto this kid, Helinski, and make him kind of fray, go away from the game plan that Fitzpatrick wants to run up there in Northwestern. I think that the Cornhuskers could really stand a chance against the Wildcats in this game. Um, let's see. I mean, score prediction maybe um, 24-20 Nebraska, or it might be, you know, 27-21 Nebraska, something like that. If we can play the game to our advantage. Like I said before, it kind of almost hinders on the way we play against Michigan State and Oklahoma and some of these other teams that were playing before Northwestern comes into town. If we're like, 5-1, or not 5-1, 4-1, like 3-2, something like that, and we're really coming into the game on a high note, maybe we beat Northwestern. I know that they won the division last year, but not the division, but at least the West Division last year. Um, with the West, it's kind of been crazy. I think, last year it was the Wildcats that won. The year before that, I believe it was the Gophers. And the year before that, I believe it was the Hawkeyes. So there's been a lot of turnover also in the Big Ten West Division. So, I almost feel like anything's possible with this division. So I'm not saying that Nebraska's going to win the West. I'm just hoping that we can get to a bowl game. Record wise, I hope we can go like 8-4, somewhere in that range. 9-3 if everything is perfect. There's some games on our schedule that's going to be pretty tough, so I don't want to be super optimistic and say, hey, we're going undefeated, but the high I would always say that we could go 9-3, and maybe the low again would probably be 5-7 if we're being truthful with ourselves. It's kind of like what a couple people on Twitter have said. It's kind of time to prove it on the field. Before we give you credit on like our videos and on our tweets. I know that's kind of a bad way to look at things, but it's kind of the truth. I do hate seeing all the negativity all the time on Twitter towards the Huskers, but sometimes it's warranted. But I try and look at it as in a positive note, and if we can do that, then maybe this team can surprise us. That's all I'm really looking for too. Like not so much the surprise, but um, seeing what Nebraska can do finally in year 4 of the Scott Frost era. I'm kind of going on a tangent, but I just wanted to kind of touch on those subjects or whatever. Of note, I just saw that Ronald Tompkins, I believe that's how you said it, he's transferring out of the Cornhuskers program, and we'll have to see where he lands. I mean, a lot of our the running back room looked pretty stout this spring game, so it kind of makes sense that he wants to transfer out. I think that with the injuries that he's been having with the Cornhuskers, it's just likely that he won't be getting much time on the field, considering we got that kid out of USC, Step, or whatever his name is, and then Yant, walk on, looked really good in the spring game. So there's just a few guys that were ahead of him, in my opinion, that were probably going to get a lot more playing time than he was. So it kind of stinks seeing a lot of these players uh, come in and then contribute a little bit and then just transfer out. But that's kind of the really the what do you call it? Kind of the landscape of college football anymore. But Yep, so this will probably be the end of my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the bell notifications. And as always, go Big Red.